Yeah, you find us, we breaking the tables, we tailgating, breaking them tables, breaking them. You know the mafia dangerous, you see us, we breaking the tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them, breaking them. You find us, we breaking the tables, we tailgating, breaking them tables, breaking them. You know the mafia dangerous, you see us, we breaking the tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them tables, we breaking them, breaking them. You know the mafia dangerous. Put a hit out on your favorite team. Fine Step Diggs, he running the seam. Khalil Shakir, he doing his thing. Allen got weapons, shooting the bomb. Mafia mine, please don't step on my shoes. Game day ones, the white, the red, the blues. Hey man, breaking tables is traditional. Wishing the fish, look at my drip. Never cheating like Belichick is. Sean McDermott never telling the biz. Deion Dawkins, Rizzo Brown, we got Mitch. Gabe Davis, toe tapping it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Breaking Tables. This is Butch Rolle. This is Epic B.
What's up? This is Stephanie.
Let's have some fun tonight.
Oh no! Our table is broken.
Oh, I broke my.
The podcast Breaking Tables. You see us, we breaking them tables. Neil and
Oh,
Brian is
yes,
breaking the tables.
folks.
The mafia, baby, you know that we dangerous. Everybody know. Don Brown.
Get the tables.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching
Everybody
Breaking
know.
Tables only on the Built in Buffalo Network. This is Epic B. Don't let the name fool you. Epic B does not stand for Epic Butch unless you're standing next to this guy. Then that's he's whatever you want to call him because you don't want to get your ass kicked. What's going on, Tampa Neal? How you doing, brother? Happy Thursday. We're Thursday again.
What's going on, man? It's nice to be here, be back again. It's been a few days.
It's we went to New York for a week and it was cold. I don't miss it. The only thing I'm going to miss is seeing my family. My brother's getting deployed, so God bless him. I got to see him before we got deployed. John Van Slyke, the man, the myth, the fucking legend. So again, you're watching Breaking Tables on the Built in Buffalo Network. We're just trying to figure out what night we want to do. We don't know yet. We're just we're playing it by ear. It's summer. Who cares? Come on now. But anyways, you can find us anywhere, anytime. Just look us up. We have a big show tonight. We have an absolute epic show tonight. It's going to be even more epicer if one of the guests could figure out technology. But if he can't, we'll just have to call him. So why don't we just have some fun, Tappany? Why don't we start this bad boy off? What do you think?
Hell yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and get our first guest of the night, standing at 7 feet, 9 inches, weighing 300 pounds with -5% body fat. The one, the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Hanrahan.
I
That was a good one.
great.
Everyone's
That
like,
was
oh
good.
my God, it's got to be Butch Rolle.
That's what I thought you were doing.
South Florida
you
Bills
got me.
backers, Sean.
What's up, man? How you
What's up,
doing?
buddy? Oh, doing good, brother. Thanks for joining the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. No problem. Next guest that we're going to have on here, he goes by a lot of different names, but tonight you can call him Jimmy. He owns Jimmy's Tavern in Virginia, Henderson, Virginia. What's going on, Jimmy? How you doing, bud?
Nice to be here. Beautiful downtown, Herndon, Virginia. I'm sitting in my car out in the parking lot right now. It's the quietest place near that Buffalo bar I own. Nice to be here, guys.
I want to put like my mittens on just watching you because it looks cold.
It's in the 40s right now. It's all right.
Awesome, brother. Well, thanks for joining the show. Thanks for joining the show.
Let's do it. Go Bills.
Look, go Bills. It's going to be a fun night. So our next guest, folks, we got a lineup tonight. It is like an epic all-star cast. We're going to be talking about anything and everything, but we can't have this show without our good friend, ladies and gentlemen, and he's 5'1", ran a 7'3". His, you all might know of him. He played tight end once in a while, but we know him as Mr. Butch Rolle.
What up?
Let's go, Buffalo.
I'm just kidding. Like he's an absolute Goliath, bro. And I'm totally kidding. That's why I want to play him in golf because this body shape is going to be that body shape. So I just can't wait, bro. But thank you so much for joining the show. This is 2022 Bills Legend of the Year. Appreciate you hopping on, brother. How's it going?
Thank you.
That's right.
Doing good, guys. Appreciate it. Opportunity to come back another time and
brother, how's That's always, man. It's always a good time to have you on. We're going to be talking about a lot about you this show because this show is all about you and what's going to be going on at the end of April down in South Florida. So we had another guest that was going to be on. Okay, just hear me out. Everybody knows him. The world's most famous kicker. His name is Scott Norwood, but he can't figure out the whole video thing. So I'm going to call him right now really quick. I promise you it's Scott. Let's see if I can get him on air. Everybody stay tuned. Tampa Neal, take it around the room. Say something.
All right. Well, who's excited about this offseason so far? Got a couple pickups in the free agency. Anybody ready for a big trade? Scott? John?
Who we trade?
Yeah. I think Brandon Beane's going to do his thing, and we're going to wait a week or two, and then all of a sudden we're going to wake up to a surprise. One of these wide receivers. Yeah. D-Hop, baby. D-Hop.
All right, guys. Butch is coming, or Butch is coming. Scott's coming eventually. I promise you. All right, we're not make believe. This wasn't a false promo. It's just I just called him. He's not answering, but I told him to call me. Anyways,
early April Fool's joke,
dude. This would be actually people were like that was an epic. You got me. So guys, we were talking off air, and before we get started, obviously we have a lot to talk about tonight. No worries, Butch. We have a lot to talk about tonight, but I want to go around the room just in case the new viewers hasn't seen it or know anybody. Let's start with like the most least unknown person. That's gonna be me. So my name is Epic B. Tampa Neal, you go second, bro. We all know you. Whatever. Sean, tell us about yourself. What do you do, and what do you bring to South Florida, my man?
Hey, I'm Sean Hammerhand. I run the South Florida Bills backers at Brendan's Sports Pub. It's in Pompano Beach, and we have a local Bills club, and we hang out. I hang out with guys like you, and we do some podcasts out of our spot. And Butch comes and hangs out, and we have a fun little Bills club there. And it's a fun little establishment, a good time. We got all kinds of Buffalo food there during game days and everything. It's a blast. It's packed for Bills games. It's packed all the time. It's a great little pub.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining, brother. It's always good to have you on.
Thanks for having me, man.
We just saw you the other night, I think. Was it St. Patty's Day? We just randomly went out.
Yeah, that's right. We did. That was a fun
time. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I time traveled for a minute, but it was a good time.
That's right. Jimmy, we don't black out. We time travel here at Breaking Tables. Jimmy, thanks for joining. Tell us your story. You actually have a very interesting story. Tell our viewers who are you, and just tell us who you are. Seriously, who the fuck are you?
I was born in Springville, New York, baby, 1966.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And went to Pioneer Central High School in Yorkshire, New York. Class of '84. Diehard Bills, diehard Sabres. I kind of was born right into it all. Started going to the games when I was a kid. And grew up watching Jim Kelly and Butch Rolle and Scott Norwood and Bruce Smith and all the guys. And then in '84, actually graduated high school on time. And I got the hell out of there. I was done with the winters. I was done cutting firewood. Had an opportunity to go join some family in Los Angeles, California. In 1984, I woke up in LA. I worked there for 4 years at Michelli's Restaurants. I became a bartender.
Hey, Scott. Hold on. Sorry, Jimmy, 1 second. We finally got Scott on the phone. Scott, can you hear us?
I can't pad anymore, Scott. I can't pad anymore. He's coming on.
He sounds like he's back in his... No, can't... Yeah. No, not at all, sir. Call me back.
He's still in the locker room.
I don't think a flip phone was invented at that time. I'm just saying. Don't be laughing, Butch, because you're next, bro. Jimmy.
I'm almost done.
So, apologize.
Left LA, came to Northern Virginia. My mom was here, and I bought a wife and married a bar. Jimmy's Old Town Tavern opened in 1997. I'm the one sole owner. I got a beautiful wife, daughter Kelsey, who's 28. We're all
Congrats.
diehard Bills and Sabres fans. And it became a Bills bar from day one. It's been going on 26 years. We're at Northern
Yep.
Virginia's
Hell yeah.
headquarters for Bills backers. Our occupancy now is 460. And we bring in at least 400 Bills fans on a regular basis. Yep. Butch will tell you.
Wow.
That's it. And I'm here, and we're not going anywhere. Jimmy's is here to stay.
Yes.
That's badass.
Nice,
That's
Nice,
badass.
buddy.
The biggest.
Didn't they make a
I
song?
don't want, nobody's
Like,
allowed to break tables, all right?
wasn't there a song made about that? Like, take me home to the place where I belong, North Virginia, no, something like that.
West,
Ladies and okay. I hope Scott fucking calls on. People are gonna be like, "Fuck, I'm not listening to Breaking Tables ever again." Where the fuck is Scott Norwood? Butch Rolle.
We don't care.
No, guys, anybody who knows Butch Rolle, you're not a legend of the year for no reason. You're the main star. Butch, thank you so much, bro. I don't even know how we can't even. Who needs to introduce? Don't even introduce yourself. Everybody knows you already.
I know.
Mr.
Hey,
Touchdown.
listen,
Mr.
I gotta ask,
Touchdown, yeah.
Brian, I have to ask you one question.
Is it Butch Rattle and Roll? Is that your slogan?
Shake, rattle, and roll.
Listen,
Thank you,
Brian,
thank you, Tappy
Brian,
Neal.
one
What's
question,
up?
Brian. I have
What's
to
up?
ask you. I have to. You got to give me an honest answer. The promo that you guys had on before you introduced us, dude, you look like you did not want to jump on that table off the truck. You had this.
Oh.
That was the weakest jump I've ever seen. I was like, oh, what the fuck was that?
All right,
Calling you out, man.
Okay. The story behind that, we were in somewhere in a game. It was very cold and very raining, and we were very drunk, and
Oh, shit.
it looked painful, and thank God I landed on Tampa Neal, but we made a better one. I don't know if you've seen the other ones. We're not gonna show them tonight.
You
All right,
I'll replace that one with the
I'll-
good one. You look
I'll-
like Andre Reed. He
I'm
tried to
pretty
jump
sure
off
I
of
got a
yeah.
Tua
Andre tried to jump
Turgalova
from a tree. He did
from the
not
Miami
want-
game. So
Hey, Andre did not want to jump from that tree off the one I see. I was like, what the fuck was that? I can't wait to see his ass so I can tease him about it.
all right, we got Scott calling back. Let's see if this works out, guys. 1 second.
We want Scott.
I know. Come on, Scott. What the hell?
want
Hey, Scott, can you hear us?
I hear something, but
Yeah, I mean, I hear like, yeah, if you were talking from what? No. Just go up on the roof.
Tell him to come to Jimmy's and sit in the car
Hey,
with me.
hey,
I
go
know,
go
right?
go to Jimmy. Go to Jimmy's. You got time.
Oh,
How
come
far
on,
does he
man.
live to Jimmy's?
How far?
Well, normally 15 minutes, but Scott time.
Yeah, well, hold on, that's better. You got everybody can hear him, right? Scott, say, yes, much better.
he can't hear him.
We
No,
can't hear him.
no, I can hear
You might be able to hear him.
I know it. Hey, you got to tell him quit buying phones off of Whoosh the network. That's not a good site to buy electronics.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Hold on a
work
minute.
well.
Right, Scott, go ahead and say something again.
Something again.
See,
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go.
There he
Scott,
is.
can you hear everyone else?
Let's go Buffalo.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Awesome,
Scotty!
awesome. So everybody, we've been having some technical difficulties. We had Scott Norwood. He played for the Buffalo Bills. Doesn't need an introduction, just like Butch Rolle. He graced us with his presence, and now we can finally hear him. So Butch, we're gonna save the best for last. Let's just go ahead and welcome Scotty before he loses reception again. All right.
No, Scotty, come on, man.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, may we introduce you, Scott Norwood. USA,
Hey.
USA.
Number 11.
Mr. Norwood, we appreciate you hopping on, just like our fine, esteemed gentleman here. I'm sorry we couldn't get you your visuals. We would have loved to see your facial
I know.
expressions.
Yeah, during my playing days, I didn't have any of that Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, my phone. I got everything shut out, so I couldn't figure out how to turn everything back on here, cameras and audio. But at any rate, you can hear me.
How was the Pony Express? No, that's fucked up. I'm joking.
Easy now. Hey, Jimmy, I'm no Luddite. I'm no Luddite. Look that one up.
You might be the oldest one on the show today, Brian.
Dude, honestly, one of my dreams was like, you know what? I would love to meet Scott Norwood and just have a beer with him. Just well, obviously more than one beer because that's just what we do. But everybody's been talking about this. It's like, oh, Scott Norwood. Everybody knows Scott Norwood, but we kind of compiled a list. Okay, we compiled a list. I got a top 3 list, and then if you want to do Q&A for Mr. Norwood here to kind of tell him about himself and where he's at and what he's doing now, we'll get into that Q&A right afterwards. But talk to us, Scott. What are you doing? Where are you right now?
Where am I right now? I'm sitting on the side of the road trying to figure out my settings inside the phone, but at any rate, I'm down here in Virginia. My family's down here. My wife, Kim, 3 kids, Connor, Carly, Corey. They're all living in state, so nice. We're all here. No grandkids yet.
And are you still a diehard Buffalo Bills fan?
Absolutely. I always will be. Always have been. It's been the only team. How could it not be? Got the best fans there are, and they were kind enough to sign me to a couple contracts up there and let me play for the city, and I greatly appreciated my time there.
To be a fly on that wall. I mean, you with Butch, with Daryl, with Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas. I mean, the greats just go on and on and on.
Frank Wright.
So for anybody out there, especially the younger ones who are watching this show, Scott Norwood played for the Buffalo Bills. He was, you break a scoring title in '88, and then you broke
won the scoring title.
Yeah, you won the Super Bowl. You won the scoring. You won the scoring title in '88. Okay, the scoring title, and it brings me to my first question for you, Scott. When you broke O.J. Simpson's in '89, that scoring title for the Buffalo Bills, were you kind of looking behind your back? Hopefully you wouldn't get OJ'd or anything?
Oh my gosh.
No. I actually during that time period, O.J. was around still, as an announcer and in the locker room. I think right at that time period. So that was when I first got a chance to meet him, talk to him a little bit.
So, he's all right. Obviously, he didn't kill you because you're alive, So,
no.
Don't worry. O.J. Simpson's next week. That's going to be hilarious. No, I'm joking. It's actually John Fina's going to be on next week. John Fina's going to be on next Thursday. Yeah.
Fina man.
Yes, sir. So that was a question actually originated from the Buffalo Bills backer chapter, Buffalo, New York Bills backers chapter. Gina asked that question. I thought it was pretty cool. I want to throw a spin on that because that's just me. Number 2 question, and then I will move around the room. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm still in your spotlight here. Number 2 question here comes from a good friend of ours, David Kaprash, and he wants to know how long did it take to learn how to kick in that windy Rich Stadium?
Well, it was sink or swim, no doubt. But that was one reason I made the team. I competed there in Fredonia, where it was a little blustery. Let's say it's had some good wins down there. I competed against 9, 10 other kickers, and that's one area where I stood out a little bit. I think it was probably some of my capabilities, moving the soccer ball around, kicking it, taking a lot of free kicks. Over the years that I could kind of drive it and put the right English on it, so to speak, keep it where it didn't move greatly and cut through the wind. Different things I could do with it. Other kickers were not as capable to do it. So although I tell you what, that upright there down far end stadium, not the tunnel end, but far end, is one of the more challenging uprights there is in the league to kick on. It's gotten a little bit better in that the stadium is more enclosed. When I was there, it was much more open. The winds, I think, were a little more biting down there. But it was a thing where I showed that I could handle it, and it just improved, and always worked at it while I played there.
That's awesome. That's
insane. There was 9 other kickers in the competition.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Hey, Scotty had to stand out because that wind, like you said, that tunnel, and when you get that strong wind in the stadium, you have a rough time, man. What happened? You lost him.
Lost him. Oh, come on, Scott.
Come on.
That was good conversation. Let's see if we can get him back on again.
Gentlemen.
There we go. Hey, Scott, can you still hear us? Don't know what happened.
Yeah, call got dropped, but
sorry about that. All right.
That's okay.
So, dude, that's awesome. I mean, I can't even kick a golf ball. So
that's true.
I don't know why you'd want to, but
well, it's hey, nobody's around, and that's how you get your eagle. Forget about it. you're all laughing because so stop it.
Oh no, I know because I played golf with you, and you definitely can't even
Hey, guys, really quick shout out to our good friend Larry Palmy. Hey, Epic, can I get a shout out to Jen's son going into the Air Force Tuesday, Reagan Bound. Hey, dude, salute. My brother's he's leaving out in April. So, we appreciate all you do for our country, America. So there you go. And speaking of Larry Palmy, good friend of ours, he's got actually the number one question, and then we'll move on. Can you name 2 most memorable events being in Buffalo? Like they can be heartwarming. They can just tell us 2 just pops out of your mind whenever somebody asks you that, and see what we got.
For Scott.
Oh, that was a question to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
that was a question to you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of in and out here tonight, but I was waiting for somebody else to answer, and I was certain that the top of the list was the that incredible reception we received after the first Super Bowl. We came back, everybody was down, in City Square, and that was something else. I had intended to fade into the background, and was called to the fore. Stepped up, and I think told the fans of Buffalo basically. How much they meant to me. It was just incredible time, incredible demonstration of what is there, central to Buffalo.
It's more than football, man. More
people,
than football.
They just have just tremendous hearts there in West New York.
More than football, brother. More than football. And you don't even have to answer the second question, the 2 memorables. That one's like the ultimate. It's you labeled it. That is it. I guess we can defer this question to give us an embarrassing story about Butch Rolle.
Well,
I want some TMZ
I'll tell
shit.
you what, kickers, we're a lot said about us, but we're as a group, I think we're pretty bright. And you take a look at Butch Rolle. The man is heavily muscled, and I would not be stupid enough to disparage him in any way.
Smart guy.
But at any rate, if I could, and certainly there isn't anything negative. There's only positive I could say about Butch. He was there in the group, especially. I can see him like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
They're, grouped together, getting ready to run down and cover kickoff, and he was somebody you did not want to contend with. So he was always right there with me, and after football, gotten to know him much better, and just there is none better. Just great personality, outgoing. I know if you know Butch, and just a great man.
Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate that.
So tell us a real story about Butch.
There are no real ones. I wouldn't share with you.
We are not recording. Wink, wink.
Yeah, you can't. You can't read my body language here. Sorry, I couldn't get on camera. But
See, Scotty.
I've gotten a lot prettier over the years too. So it's a shame.
Don't we all, brother? Don't we all?
Yeah.
It's like fine beer or wine or one of those phrases. But Butch, you got any crazy stories about Scott, man?
No, listen, Scotty was a good
guy. Hold on. When I say crazy stories, I'm like, oh yeah, he shit his pants. No, I don't want embarrassing. It doesn't have to be embarrassing. It can be like, man, this one time, like I don't know, hugged a mom or something. I don't know. I'm bad at stories.
Listen, that's no crazy stuff. Scotty was a quiet guy. He did his job. Hey, I used to smile and laugh because Scott was spending time in the mirror, brushing his hair, making sure he was all groomed and stuff. So that was very important to Scotty. But as far as anything else, he was just, he came to work to do his job, quiet, focused on what he had to do, and did his job and did it well. So we had a great group of guys, man. I mean, we had a lot of characters on that team, but definitely, Scotty was the guy that was always focused and in tune with Bruce DeHaven and those guys, and John Kidd. Those guys were focused on their craft, man, and getting better and making sure that segment of the team functioned well, and we were able to help win some games. And like you said, I was part of that kickoff coverage, all the special teams, and it was fun being on it. We had a hell of a group of guys, and like I said, there's no wild story. I can't get any wild stories, Brian. Scotty, he wasn't a beer drinker. He didn't go out smashing tables, even though we didn't have that back then, but
he didn't beat you. He didn't beat you in arm wrestling or anything. Come on, bro.
He did one time. When I was sleeping.
So, hey, Butch, you got to. Well, you know what? We'll save. We got to save the best for last. Okay. We got to ask. We're going to tie this into. But first, Tampa Neil, I know you wanted to ask Scott a couple questions.
Hey, Scott, thanks for coming on the show. Glad you're able to make it evens on the phone at least. One of the funnier questions I had for you was, so the 1-bar helmet, obviously that is definitely not allowed anymore in the NFL. Did you have that in college? Like what came of the 1-bar helmet?
Single bar. Actually, I didn't have it in college. It was not available to me, as I recall. And even in the USFL, I didn't utilize it there, but it was something that was proposed to me, and I went to it early on, and then I think got away from it a little bit. But it was just really based upon just makes sense that there's going to be less obstruction there visually, and that's a pretty key thing. You got your head down, staring at the ball, trying to focus on that sweet spot that there's nothing there impairing your vision or distracting at all. So that was the driver. But you had a little less protection there. But I really wasn't in the mix a whole lot during my whole career. Maybe I had a couple fumble recoveries and possibly had to maybe get in on partially one tackle or something of that nature. So didn't really need it for protection.
That was leading me to my next question. Like, do you know how many tackles you actually had in your career?
No, I think there probably wasn't a sole tackle. I truly remember. I remember a couple fumbles. I recovered a couple fumbles during my career, but I think that was probably indicative of how great our coverage team was. And you got
that's right.
You got a Steve Tasker and a Mark Blake and Butch Rolle rumbling down in front of you. It's not likely that it's going to come down to you to make the tackle. So
I would just give Butch the ball.
Those guys took care of business. They took care of business.
Butch, just take the ball, sir. Just take it. I don't want it. Nope.
Scotty wanted no part of that. It's like, nah, I'll take it. I'm okay with it. Hey, back then they didn't have any rules, so everybody looked for the kicker to try and blindside. So that's all it was, man. So you had to
wait, was that a bet? Was that a bet? Like who can kill the kicker the worst? Come on, Butch. He's like, hey, listen, $100 who kills the kicker.
You gotta have listen. Back then, the rules there was no rules. You can hit somebody from the blind side. You can do whatever you want, and you can take a hammer and hit somebody upside the head and probably got away with it. But you just have to watch yourself. Head on swivel. That's what they tell us all the time. But now you can nobody's going to hit. You don't have to worry about that. Guys can run downfield. They're not going to get blind. Hell, the kickoff is going in the end zone like 99% of the time. So.
Oh yeah, now it is.
Unless you're Buffalo and you run 2 back in a game, so that was awesome. Never forget that one, right, guys?
For DeMar,
that was Hines, right? Yeah, that was Hines.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize. I guess that's on the show. Doing the visual thing. Scott would have known what we're talking about. Sean Hanrahan from South Florida. Those backers looks like he's in a gallery right now with. I
don't actually. I'm actually like just sitting at a desk in my room, and I just put. Because I didn't have any Bills swag behind me, I put a Bills helmet behind me, which is cool, to make it look like I got my studio here,
I like it.
I actually don't have shit here, but it's all good.
That's like the best green screen ever.
Put a thing here,
yeah.
Plop it up. You're like, oh shit, there's a Bills helmet.
All right.
Sean,
good.
Take the floor, Sean.
All right, Scott. I have 3 questions for you. My first one is, what have you done with your IT degree from James Madison over the years, post-football?
Okay, I thought maybe you were going to give all 3 of them. You're going to challenge me and
that's what it sounded
have me
like.
remember all of them.
That's what it sounded like.
I appreciate you not doing that to me. Actually, my degree was business administration, not IT. Somewhat.
I'm just kidding.
And I was just going to say that may be that you're taking a shot at me. That's okay, but
no. It was all
I just got it. I just got it.
Good fun. It was all.
That's
good fun.
I figured that one out.
No, seriously though, I actually wanted to know. You played soccer at James Madison and football, right? And
right.
I wanted to know if today, like, there was a market for soccer players, like the money that it was for the NFL. And I know that you went USFL for a couple of years, like a bunch of the guys back then. What would have been your choice? What is it, football your passion, or was soccer like your passion if you had a chance to play at a professional level at today's aspect?
Well, all the way up through, soccer was the thing I was truly passionate about, and I was very good at it. High level. A lot of, I think, here as a high school player, all metropolitan team, a couple years, which is pretty, Washington D.C., all Northern Virginia, everywhere. I was a top player in my position a couple years, so I could play the game. Certainly traveled internationally, and if I had my druthers, maybe I was pushing to maybe potentially play professionally with that. But once I went to JMU, I did play both of them, but it was only the first year. I was playing 2 varsity sports, varsity soccer and football, and something had to give. Soccer was the one that gave, but it was that was my my true passionate love, and that's what really was the base for me being able to pick up on kicking a football and going into it so quickly. First time I ever tried kicking was a senior in high school, so it was kind of late, but that was my background there.
That was kind of the times of the day that a lot of soccer players turned kickers. So, like, that was something that you did and had an opportunity for, right?
Yeah, I was in a real transitional time. We were Mark Mosley was just toward the end of his career, and I can remember I was at the Vikings, Cox, and if you ever see toe kickers, and things are transitioning, going over fully to soccer, and it's gone to even more so a higher level. It's all soccer players now. Guys can hit it soccer style and play, but so it's been interesting to see the evolution of it. So it's a little different time period there. Some interesting things about today's game. I see the guys kicking now, none of them are wearing any pads, and it's interesting to to watch them out there. But probably the biggest change I've seen is in regard to the football. There with Brady and Marino, a lot of people don't realize got together and kind of cajoled the league into letting more broken in footballs enter into the mix. And now they've separated them out even by position, and that really helps, I think, with the accuracy and the ability to hit the ball and hammer it the way they are today. That's one of the bigger variables a lot of people don't realize. We were kicking brand new out of the box when I played.
So they were cheating. You call them cheaters. That's all I hear is Dan Marino, biggest cheater all time, next to Tom Brady.
Brady.
Brady's 100%.
Well, they somehow compelled the league to give on that part. You know, that regulation. You know, regarding the football, we never even saw them. They showed up. They were just pumped up, and that was it. But nowadays they break them in. You look at them; they're kind of just chocolate brown and look like they've been used for about a week, and it makes a big impact as far as the kickers are concerned.
Very cool.
Follow-up question: are you coming down to this amazing, huge bowling tournament? Because we're having a golf tournament, but a bowling tournament at the end of this month. And if you're not, let me introduce you to somebody who is actually hosting it. Are you coming down, Scott?
Well, I had not been invited formally. I'm aware of it, but so I haven't really considered coming down.
That would be absolutely epic.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. We need one more person on our team.
One more person.
Just come on down.
I know, right?
I ought to. I married a girl from Buffalo, wife Kim, and one of our early dates was there on the bowling alley, and she wiped me out. I can remember she had a score about 230 or what have you. But
bring her.
She was rolling down pretty good. So.
Scott, stay home and have her on our team.
yeah.
Oh, our team is going to be stacked. Oh my God, you got to come down, Scott. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about off air. We'll convince you. Jimmy, before we get into Butch, can you tell us one embarrassing story from Scott hanging out with them as much as you do?
There's how much time do we have on this show here?
Yeah.
No, not embarrassing. Give me the funniest moment. Let's humanize this epic of a man, Scott Norwood. Well, arguably the best kicker in the universe, the most famous kicker in the universe.
No, Scott. I got a lot of stories. I'm not going to share them all. I can tell you that his two best moments ever in Buffalo. One was coming out after the Super Bowl when all the fans were chanting for him. And the other one, he didn't tell you, but he sort of did. He met his wife from West Seneca, and they're still together to this day, and they have an awesome family, and they're a tight family. I'm just blessed to be part of their circle, so I'll just give you that to, make you cry a little bit. But Scott can hold his own. Scott was the best kicker. He was in the Pro Bowl. Yep. Scott comes up to Buffalo. They line him up with all kinds of Bills and other celebrities from Buffalo. He always has the longest line. Everyone loves him up there. But you're going to have a few of those people that'll try to get to him a little bit. And Scott always has a good one-liner. He always gets out of everything. And I won't tell him anything about how we leave bars at 4 a.m., Scott.
No.
All right, I'm going to tell a story. Scott,
imagine getting kicked in the head. You want to fight me? I will kick you in the. I'm a professional kicker.
All right. So here's one. Scott, this is one of my best memories hanging out with you. We're driving back from Buffalo. We stop in Gettysburg for dinner. We go into a bar. We don't know anybody. We sit at the bar. We're both wearing Bills hats. And the bartender, Bills fans, blah, and he starts saying negative things about the Bills. And he mentions, Scott Norwood. He brings up the name. Doesn't know it's Scott Norwood.
Little does he know.
Little does he know.
At that point, he realized he fucked up.
He had no idea. I said, I'm tapping Scott. I'm kind of kicking his foot. I want to tell him. I want to tell him who we are. Scott says, nope, don't tell him. Don't tell him. I'm going crazy because I just want to reach over the bar. Now this guy is a Patriots fan.
Oh,
Of
jeez.
course.
And he's
All
going
right.
on and on about, he's telling us to go sit over
We
by
got
the
better
bathroom.
clam chowder.
It was awesome. So we had a beautiful dinner. We had steak dinners and we had a great time. And I wanted so bad to make the guy eat his words. And I wanted to say, you know what? You think you can sit here and pick on us Bills fans and you can say bad things about Scott Norwood, but he's right here. He's right here. Scott said, don't do it. Don't do it. Let's get out of here. But Butch, we got up. Scott remembers this. We got up and we left. We were on the sidewalk out front of the bar. And Scott says, hey, Jimmy, wait right here. I'll be right back. You son of a gun. I'm watching Scott go back in the restaurant. Walks up to the bar. I can't help. I go in behind him. I kept my distance a little bit, and I saw the bartender's like, "What's up? Did you forget something? What you need?" And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just forgot to introduce myself. My name's Scott Norwood."
Mic drop.
What did the guy say?
You're who? You're what? You're who? He goes, "Yeah, I just wanted you to know it was me." And Scott did that for me because I wanted to defend him and go to bat for him over him. He did that for me.
That's epic. That's epic.
He felt like an idiot, and then he had the other bar. Oh, everybody come over and meet Scott. And the manager.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right?
Oh, tune changed after that.
Oh, fuck them.
Loved it. Scott.
Clam chowder.
Scott freaking rocks. That made my night. That made my whole trip.
We'll find out when he comes down for the bowling tournament that everybody's been talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Butch Rolle. I don't even want to talk anymore. Tell us about this tournament that's going to be happening at the end of April.
Yes, listen, everybody who's in South Florida, who's not in South Florida, Jimmy, you're in Virginia, but you need to come down. You're going to sponsor some team, whatever it's going to be.
Well, Scott's on my team. That's it.
Oh, Scott's on your team?
Yeah, you already told us you would be, so he promised.
I can't bowl for shit.
Jimmy's definitely not on our team, but Scott is, and Scott's wife.
Put the bumpers up for me, man.
We got room for two, Scott. We got room for two.
Now, again, that was my wife's score I provided to you. Now, that wasn't my score.
All right. All right, Butch. So this is outside of the bowling tournament. Can you still hear us, Butch?
Yes, I can hear you.
So this is more than a bowling tournament, just like Buffalo Bills is more than football. You're giving back. This is not just a bowling tournament to hang out with Bills players and Bills Mafia, but this is even better. Can you walk us through this, bro?
Yes, no, this is our annual bowling event we have. We have one every year in Florida, but since COVID, we haven't had one here. It's been in Buffalo, so everybody's here has been talking about it and asking me, when are you going to have another bowling event? All right, guys, I set it up this time. It's at Spares. It's going to be a fun time. Like I said, this is the time of year we start pushing more because I want to get more kids scholarships because at the end of June, you don't have graduation. So these events during the off season outside of our Bills events for the games, this is what we do, bowling, whatever other events we have, just to kind of push more funds so we can help more kids out. So we haven't had it in 3 years. It's the same weekend of the draft. So I want to sell it out. There's only 15 lanes that we have. We should be able to sell those out with no problems. Come and just take over the whole bowling alley.
Well, we already got one, so that's through down. You're down to 14 just now.
14. Then I know Jimmy's going to sponsor a couple of them, or he's going to show up. Huh? What's that look, Jimmy?
Wait, no. If Scott's coming, he's got to come down.
Hey, exactly. So, you got to come down.
A caravan from Virginia coming on,
man. It's at the end of the month. You got plenty of time to plan. So it's a fun time, guys. It's like I said, last time I had it in here, I didn't have any Bills Mafias. I wasn't really connected as close to the Bills Mafia as I am now. So it was all Dolphin fans. And guys, trust me, I'm going to have Dolphin fans, and I want to come and outdo them. I just want to be louder than them, crazier than them, and just have fun showing them that we get crazy in Buffalo because, like I said, I've never had a Bills Mafia come to my bowling event here in Florida. And this is a whole different era, a whole different time where we're going to flood the place with Bills Mafias. And that's what I need. That's what I want. So
can we call this to change it to the Butch Rolle Foundation first annual Bowling
Mafia,
bonanza.
bowling
I don't know.
Damn.
Well, I don't know, just something like
I
that.
like it.
Sounds good. The Dingles, right?
Listen, you know it's going to be those Dolphin fans there that's going to
Fuck
have
'em.
the team. And they're all, listen, I'm down
Well,
here.
Scott
That's 'cause
Norwood's
their
going to be
mind's
with
always
us.
in the
We'll have
gutter.
Scott. I guarantee Scott Norwood right now could still kick everyone's asses besides Butch.
Hey, listen, they are so hyped down here because they're making some moves, getting players. So all I hear all day is that, oh, we coming for the AFC title, AFC East title, and, they're gearing up. But they don't understand, dude. We're going to be ready for anything this year. So I want to shut their mouth. I want to start by with bowling event going and showing that, listen, we overwhelmed the place. We overwhelmed the stadium. We come down here, this whole stadium turns into a Bill stadium. And that's what I want to do, to shut them up, because I'm sick of hearing about the Dolphins right now. Unfortunately, I live here, but that's all I'm hearing about. The Dolphins. They got Jalen Ramsey. They got whatever else. That's why, we get Henry. That's right. We get Henry. If we can get Henry as a running back, that would be
you were going to get the king?
We get Henry, man. Derrick Henry. We need Derrick Henry to be that bruising running back.
Hey, Butch, hold on. Before we talk about the football aspect, I still want to focus on this bowling tournament here.
Yeah.
Here can we sign up? Give me the website. I'm going to do a little ticker at the bottom, all right?
Okay, listen, the website is on this website, the link, www.thebutchrollefoundation.org. www.thebutchrollefoundation.org. Guys, go sign up. The link is there. You press the click me button. It'll take you right to the link where you can sign up. Listen, here's the fun part about it. There's 6 men. There's 285 a team. There's 6 bowlers, but you don't need 6 bowlers. You can be 3 bowlers there, and everybody goes twice because we're selling lanes. Forget the bowl. I don't care if one guy wants to buy a lane and bowl all 6 times. He may be a winner. I don't know, but that's how we're doing it. So teams, a lot of people come. I can't find bowlers. I don't have enough people. So what? If you have 4, you're still coming. You're buying a lane. You go twice if you need to. Whatever it takes to fill that 6th spot. That's what we're doing this year. So it's not about making an excuse saying we can't find bowlers. Get a couple people, and you guys all go until you reach that 6th frame. Then hey, you might be a winner. So that's how we're going to do it.
Here we go. Let's see if this
I'll
works.
tell you what. Hey, Butch, it's Scott Norwood. I wanted to just kind of interject here how great it is. I think that you've done so much. For the kids through your foundation, and not only bowling tournaments, so many other things that you've done. I just think it's a tremendous thing, and I just really give you all kinds of praise for that. You're just a wonderful person to do that, to be unselfish about your time, and you work tirelessly to do that, to help kids and be a mentor, and they couldn't have a better one. So I just wanted to kind of just say that.
Listen, Scotty, I really thank you. And the Bills recognize, like Brian said earlier, they recognize me as Legend of the Year, which was an honor for the organization to see the work that we're doing. And establishments like Jimmy's, Old Town Tavern, and Brendan's, you guys made all that possible, because I couldn't do that without you guys. Hell, like I said, the last 2 or 3 years, I was able to, link up with my Bills Mafia, and everything just shot through the roof, man, because the Bills, like I said, they demonstrate such unity, and they're giving squad. You see how they are. Look at Damari, look at Josh, and all these guys. Hell, even guys that are not playing on the team, they donate to their foundations because they've at some point touched their cause, or whatever the cause was. At some point affected them, and they donated to their foundation, because that's the kind of heart that the Bills fans have. And like I said, I couldn't have made that honor. I couldn't achieve that honor without team plays like Jimmy's or Brenda's or other establishments that we have attended over the years and over the during the football season at the game. So I really appreciate that once again, guys, for your support.
Can we get a pledge? I'll start with Sean. Sean, are you going to be in part of this shindig, brother?
Unfortunately, I work on Saturdays, and I love Bush, and he knows I'm going to donate to him anyway. So I'll throw a couple $100 at you, bro.
So you might as well just get a bowling tournament. It's going to be I talked guys, and I quote him in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks is the end of my season, and I'm going to be available. I can make it happen for you and Butch. That's what he told me. I'm not going to be on the spot. That's what he said.
See,
Brian, I missed what you said.
I've never made one of Butch's bowling events because I work on Saturdays.
Well, you're doing it
but-
this time because Scott
You should
Norwood,
quit your job.
Jimmy's going to be there.
Yeah. I'm the boss, though. How do I fire myself? You know?
I know
That's even easier.
That's what I'm saying. So now you can show up with you're the boss, Sean. No excuse.
Oh man,
You gotta make.
I got you covered financially either way, buddy. Don't
All
worry.
right, but
I guess we're going to do giveaways.
I love your
And
presence,
I'm gonna promote you and send it out to the whole crew. So don't worry.
I like, listen, I would love your presence.
Butch. Brian and Butch, I'll buy gift certificates to the Bills bar down there to give to the winner as prizes for the bowling tournament.
Gift certificate. I'm trying to think who we are. Oh,
What are
do
the
you mean for Brenda?
prizes? What are your bowling tournament prizes?
Well, I don't have them established yet because I want to see how many bills.
The prize is you saved you gave a donation to a kid's future. That's the prize.
Yeah, that's definitely
Everybody's a winner at Butch's
Yes.
But if you're giving out, liquor tickets, let me give you my bank account number. You can zone me.
I mean, that's four, right?
Hey,
Brian, you're going to be the turkey at this bowling tournament.
I'm just the fortunate planner for our group. Me and Tampa Neal, we took a 6-person bowling team, and for the lack of a better word, we've got a decent squad. So let's leave it at that. Surprise.
Bowl, man.
Me, no. Here's my level of talent is bumper bowling. I might get a 98.
If it looks like a golf game, we're screwed.
No, yeah, my golf game's not bad. I mean, it's not Sean. Sean's a scratch golfer. And like I'm like over here bragging about like 93, and he's like, man, I got an 84. Yeah, I suck.
Yeah, that's not a scratch.
So everybody go to right now the Butch Rolle Foundation.org and sign up, get involved. I mean, right now we're down to how many now? 13 spots.
Well,
right?
Yeah, we're 13 right now, and I mean,
that's it.
People have, people have committed verbally. I know people that are come verbal, but I don't count them until I see them. But
I know a guy that can collect if you just forget about it.
We have 15 lanes. That's until I see bought and paid for. We have 15 lanes. That's just how it works.
Butch, I'm going to send out promotions for you all tomorrow morning and tonight. We got you covered.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you got like 10 of them right there that love bowling at South Florida Baggers. And John Holler was going to join us, but he's actually working at Sea Trade, a bow show in West Palm Beach. Again, he was going to try to make it on, but sorry, couldn't make it on. But either way, it's going to be sold out very quickly. And if the South Florida Bills backers, Miami Bills backers, and Butch Rolle combine, and with breaking tables in the house, and Scott Norwood and Jimmy, because he's definitely coming down too. It's going to be an absolutely epic time.
I'm driving right now. I'm driving south right now.
There you go. I have a room for you, Jimmy. Let's go, man. Come on over.
Bob Bradley goes, Brian, send me your account number.
I would love to.
All right,
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Guys, this has been absolutely fun. Butch. All right. Are we making bets right now for this bowling tournament? And then with the proceeds, I mean, we don't have to, just fun bets. Everybody throws in just side bets, and proceeds can go to your foundation just for fun. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything goes to the foundation. That's what it's about, man. I have like
minus the shots for the winners. Just throwing out there. I don't know if that's fucked up.
I'll sponsor the winner shots.
Boom. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
For the kids.
Yes. There you go.
You better have a lineup, Butch. You better have a lineup.
There's a bar at the bowling alley, right?
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Is there a bar at the bowling alley?
Is there a bowling alley that does not have a bar?
I know Spares has a bowling alley. Trust me. They definitely have a bowling alley. South Florida, definitely have a bowling alley.
All right. Now I'll hook you up there.
Absolutely. I like that. Yes. So now, we have a guy up there, Kurt, Brent, Sean, at your bar.
He's already on my team. I talked to him. He's already he's already on my team. Sorry, no.
That's why I'm not playing now, because he's not on my team.
He sent me a video about 3 weeks ago. He bowled
300. Yeah.
So he's sorry, guys. I apologize, but he's already. That was my ringer. Thank you, but he's already on my team. It's called chess. While you're playing fucking checkers and tic-tac-toe, I'm playing chess and Mango. pow, or whatever that is.
To those that don't know, that's Kurt Bill's Mafia legend who has the
Slingshot.
Bill's Mafia
Badass
slingshot. Yeah.
Also, Broward PD Police Department. He's a great guy. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, he's on our team. He's called for it.
Yeah. Well, I'll find another ringer. Yeah, that's all good.
Wait, isn't there a movie about this called Bowfinger?
Bowfinger.
Bowfinger.
Bowfinger, but I don't know.
I never heard that one.
No, it's called Bowfinger with the guy. He goes out in the Amish country to get that one bowling because he lost his arm.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
There is a Bowfinger though. I think Woody Harrelson. Bowfinger is with Eddie Murphy. Never mind.
Yeah.
Kingpin is Woody Harrelson. Yeah, that was a funny movie.
That's a funny ass movie.
Awesome.
So yeah, Brian, your wife has to get a team from her job. She said she's going to get a bunch of. Was she a nurse? She's not. A nurse.
She works at Pines Home Health here in that Davie area? I guess. Yeah, Pines Home Health. She's an admin for them. They love bowling, so we're gonna get them to all sign up. So that means that she's gonna be on their team.
I know, right?
Even though she's my second ringer because she just magically walks up and like throws a ball like she's like because she doesn't want to break her nails, She just throws it and it's a strike, and I'm over here pretending like I got the form and it's like gutter. But how do I get a gutter ball when there's bumpers there? That's fucked up. So, anyways,
Butch, are you a good bowler?
No, bro. I just take the ball and throw it hard as I can and try and break pin. That's it.
Does the ball even hit the floor when you bowl? Or you just throw it right.
Sometimes. Sometimes the pins circle around and come back down the alley, down the lane to me. So
wouldn't just picture this? Picture this, okay? You got Butch Rolle, Scott Norwood, and who? So Butch is gonna throw it. Scott's is gonna line up and kick it. Can we do this, guys? Can we do this, please?
I'm gonna have to. I have a few Bills guys that are down here, so they're gonna come and hang out too. So whoever's here, all my Bills guys. I'm trying to get Cornelius to come out, so he can come because he's here. I know Daryl won't come down from Orlando. That's too far, but I'm going to damn sure try.
I'm coming from Tampa. That's a bad excuse.
Well, that is true. So, Sean, you talked to Daryl?
I talked to Janine tonight to try to get some stories on Scott, but, I couldn't get any out of her. It's all good.
Awesome.
I spread a lot of money around out there.
I was trying to get some funny stories from Janine. She wouldn't lay any down.
Everybody's silenced.
Yeah.
No, everybody understands the Godfathers. It's like you don't talk about them because what happens if you do? You don't know they got a gun. You don't know they got a knife. You don't know, man. Guys, it's been absolutely probably the most epic and funnest show. I've never been around so much talent in my life. And that's what I tell myself in the mirror. But then I hang out with Butch. I hang out with Tampa Neal. I'm waiting to hang out with Jimmy, and Sean, my man, my brother. You guys are awesome. And obviously Scott Norwood, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, we've got listen, if you combine like Butch Rolle and Scott Norwood, it's like you got Hercules. You got like the upper body and like these giant like Minotaur fucking legs, bro.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme wouldn't know what to fucking do with Scott Norwood's legs. Cut it out.
If you got Butch Rolle and Scott Norwood as one person, just think a big, strong guy that can kick the hell out of people.
Honestly, Chuck Norris would do one look and shit his pants, going, you know what? Here's my Ranger badge. I'm done.
My one thought on that is that'd be great because I get a chance to actually play the piano. Butch is quite a musician. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but
he's been on the show.
Great musical talent, and he can tickle the ivories, no doubt.
Oh man, I would like the top. Like, if everybody asks you who your top 5 people, if you got stranded on an island, like it's got to be Butch with a guitar though. It's got to be guitar because man, like that is your entertainment. He just fucking riff, bro.
He kills it. He does. He kills it. He's done some stuff at our bar. It's awesome. He kills it.
Oh yeah, listen, we played at his bar a couple of years ago when Coatwell was post-COVID. Everything was getting back. I had my boys. My cousin came. We played a little jazz. I was playing the drums at the time because one of the many instruments that God blessed me with. So I was playing the drums. But my band's at Jimmy's in Buffalo. I'm playing the guitar, just having.
Nice.
Yeah, go on.
We lost him.
No, he's playing this. He's playing this silently, man. He's going.
Yeah.
Oh, he froze. He froze. He's frozen.
Oh,
He's pondering about his next statements.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Damn internet.
Butch rolls back. All right. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's...
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get Butch back on here, obviously, because we all told him if you start getting muted, we can't hear you. Just there we go. Do this.
Had to blink out again.
There we go. You time traveled. Welcome.
I know, right?
Brian, I got a Butch one for you. If you got a second.
No, we got as many seconds as you guys and my battery can hold, guys. Because
I've got plenty of beer here, so I'm good.
Butch wanted to come to Jimmy's and play his guitar and jump in with a band. And I went to the house band, and you know what they said? Well, is this guy any good? Can this guy hold his own? I mean, you're just going to throw some. Just I know we played for the Bills, and you're a Bills fan, Jimmy, but you can't just throw anybody up on stage with us. By the time they got done, is Butch coming back next year? When can we play with Butch again? Butch freaking rocked it, man.
Did they know who Butch was? Like, was he like, wait, my God, that is Butch fucking Rolle?
Yeah, well, a lot of people around here aren't Bills fans, so they weren't sure until I told them. But they just wanted to make sure he was a good musician because it's right, Butch?
Yes, we have fun. Yeah, I know. And I told them, guys, listen, I'm a dark horse when it comes to that, so don't underestimate me. I just have fun. Plus,
speaking of funny stories about Butch and playing music, he pretty sure he just pissed off the entire festival that we were at in Tampa, the little flea market place. Like he literally pissed everybody off.
Oh,
literally everybody was coming up.
They were all pissed off. There was like, we're trying to run a business here.
And he's just jamming out.
He was jamming that. That was fun as hell.
Oh, yeah. We had a good time. That was cool, man. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it, lady. Just come join the fun. This one guy came over there like, it's loud. I'm like, dude, it's not even that loud. I don't even have the other speaker. There's only one speaker. So, hell, close your ears, man, or whatever. So, yeah. I don't
Earmuffs.
Exactly. So it's a fun time. You know,
I mean, Butch is like, obviously he's a very, very big gentleman. And this is like this little, I mean, he's shorter than I am and skinnier than Tampa Neal, just going, oh, hello, your music so loud.
Yeah, I know it, right?
We're not doing that. Hey, I'm Asian. I'm allowed to fucking do that. You can't. Guys, let's go around the room here. Final thoughts of whatever you want to talk about. Tampa Neal, we'll start with you.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being on the show. It's definitely a fun show to have everybody on. I cannot wait for April to come down and do some bowling and, show off how well I can bowl. Be careful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not exactly a ringer, but I do some amazing trick shots.
Nice. Hey, we have Miami.
Tampa Neal, hold on. Let's keep it PG-13, Tampa Neal. Come on, bro.
Where do you put your fingers, Neil?
Yes.
No,
Use all three holes.
Say that.
Use all three
Where's
holes.
my
Ball.
All three. I put the rubber hand on it.
All right, folks. Let's yeah, guys. Let's I think I got a 5-yard penalty. Roughing the host, Tampa Neal. Tampa Neal, don't take it from those guys. I mean, come on. We're in Florida. They're not just.
I know. I'm on a jet ski right now.
He's literally it's like that is his green screen of him on a jet ski. Who does that? That's like
right? I love
only
it.
Tampa Neal does that. It's like, hey guys, see that behind me? That's fucking me. Thank you, brother.
Oh
Sean Hanrahan, South Florida Bills backers, final thoughts.
I have Scott. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
All right. I have one question for you, and then one final thought. My father wanted me to ask you what you thought of when you were going in when Polian brought in Christie to compete against you, when you had 1,500 fans in the parking lot lined up for you, cheering for you, and what you thought about the Bills Mafia. Well, back then it wasn't Bills Mafia, but Bills fans in general cheering for you with Polian bringing in another kicker. And you kind of already explained this a little bit with Bills fans and how much you love Buffalo, but I just thought it was a really cool story that I never really realized that Christie told about 1,500 fans like rooting against him, cheering for you during that preseason.
Well, I'll tell you, I never really competed against him, really, so to speak, as far as our capabilities kicking. The writing was on the wall when they went so far as to pick him up in the manner that they did. They made a mistake down there in Tampa trying to slip him through the over the wire and put him off the squad back on some technical things they do with teams in the early formation. They slipped up when they did that. They exposed a great kicker. He was much younger and very capable. So I've always had nothing but great things to say about him. So we never really that was it. I never came back to camp, but I did hear stories that have got people that even I'm sure that as they saw him work into the position, they still solidly staying there in my camp. And I think Steve was, as I understood, very humble about it and understood it. A lot of the great things that I did there in Buffalo created quite a bond. I did everything I think above board and kept my nose clean and did the best I could. Could always could say that I left there. I looked myself in the mirror and did everything I could for the city and for the team Buffalo. But really the team is all about the people and the great fans there. So not surprising that they'd stay there in my camp, and I really greatly appreciated it.
Very cool.
So I got a 2 and 1. That was like Sean's final thought / Scott Norwood's final thought.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. All right, Sean. What's your final thought, Sean?
My second final quick thing was happy opening day in baseball. Go Yankees! And I'm wearing Sabres color hat tonight because I'm ready for Levi to start in goal tomorrow night. Let's go Buffalo.
Me too, man. It's been too long. They finally get his ass in there.
Sean, I love fucking with this guy, bro.
Hey,
I swear to God.
Because I love you, buddy.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun this year, folks. We're gonna have a lot of fun, a lot of live shows this year.
Jimmy, I see that ring.
Oh, Jimmy. Before we get to last two final guests, Jimmy, give us your final thoughts, brother. What is that? Was that like? Are you part of like what's that movie? National Treasure, Mason Night.
It's a Freemason.
Freemason. I said Mason Night. What the fuck am I talking about? What is it? I don't.
Oh, we lost him. He got too close to camera.
Yeah, we don't. I'm sorry. Flip phones are not the best with the visuals.
And we got kicked off YouTube.
We lost him. We lost Jimmy.
I see him.
Jimmy's getting attacked by Hills Have Eyes.
He's going to come back on.
He knows the rule. Right. Well, until Jimmy comes back on, Scott Norwood. Give us your final thoughts, Mr. Sir.
Well, I think my final thought really truly goes to Butch Rolle again. It's just great to be able to do something like this after your career. Even the notoriety you had playing the game, you were a great one. Playing it to continue it and do this with your time is just tremendous. And Butch would be somebody as a teammate guy I played with that if I'm looking around, I'm under fire in Foxhole. I I got a guy like Butch Rolle behind me. Because he's always been there for me, and I think I hope he knows that I'm there for him. That's why I've always been responsive to anything that he'd ask me, and I'm here on that basis. And those that kind of benefit from what he's trying to do here are truly lucky to be working with him.
Thank you.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm crying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's brotherly love. It's more than football. It's a bond. I mean, like for example, the people that came together with just what happened with Hamlet. That alone just brought people together. They understand what's going on, what's at stake, and who you are at the time you're doing it with. And that's your brother for life. That is your boy.
Absolutely.
And that's cool. And I can't wait to see you guys arm wrestle when you come down to Florida, Scott. And we got Jimmy back before we get to Butch. Back. Jimmy, let's see your I said, and that's right. I said Masonite ring, but Tapper Neal corrected me. It's Freemason. But let's see it. What is it? What's going on here? What is it?
Well, that was my dad's Buffalo Sabres ring. He was wearing the Bills.
Oh, we couldn't even see it. That's badass, dude.
Yeah. So does a 14 karat gold Buffalo Sabres ring that my dad.
Oh, don't wear that. Don't wear that in South Florida. Do not. Leave that home.
So my final word, if you want to ask me again, is how blessed, Brian, Sean, how blessed are guys like us who would love to play in the NFL to be able to meet our heroes like Butch and Scott and all the other great Bills players we've got to meet. They're just awesome, down-to-earth, regular guys, and they go right out into the crowd with us, and they love us.
Oh, yeah.
100%, man.
It's a great union, and we're all blessed for it. I'm blessed for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Butch.
Absolutely, and we don't take it for granted too. It's so much fun meeting them. I mean, Butch knows us. Butch knows our personality. They're like, we get rowdy sometimes. It's fun though. It's so much fun. It's like you're hanging out with one of the boys. Like you've known each other for years, and we've met them like 5 times. So that's all it takes. That's what this community does. It keeps us all together. Like no matter where you are. We have the same love, and that automatically is an automatic like interaction. It's awesome, man. Spot on, Jimmy. Good job.
Come to our bars. And
I can't wait to go to North Virginia.
Come on,
right?
Come on.
I can play a little. I'll bring my little kazoo.
I got the banjo.
Oh yeah, the band. There you go.
Tampa Neal plays the skin flute. Wait, never mind. Wrong show.
Hey, you said this was a clean show.
No.
So, Jimmy, has anybody jumped through a table in your bar?
Just once we threw a kid onto a table.
Wait, you threw him out onto a table, or he jumped onto a table?
Everybody fucking stop. Let's start over. I'm pretty sure this would indict our fucking show. What happened, man?
He was old enough. The kid was over 12.
Oh, okay. He's older than 12 in Virginia. That's legal age.
He really wanted to do it for his birthday, so we took him out front in the middle of the road, set up the table, and kept throwing him on it. Kept slamming him on it until everybody's looking out the window until it finally broke.
Oh, I'm gonna email everybody here the videos of me trying to break tables. I'm not the best table breaker. Listen, it's crap.
Butch will have to send out the picture of me jumping on a table in Tampa.
I ain't doing it. I'm too old for that.
I literally go to Butch. I'm like, dude, is this your table here? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, I'm jumping through when they kick this field goal.
Butch, we're losing you again, brother.
Lost him.
Butch Rolle. Your final thoughts, the man of the hour reset. I will go because my name is Butch Rolle. I want to thank you all. I can't do Butch's. Oh, my final thoughts? My final thoughts is like this is absolutely epic. I'm hanging out with with Scott Norwood, Jimmy, and Butch, Sean again, and Tampa Neal. Like it's a weekly thing. Like let's start a boys club. This is awesome. Like Thursdays are for the boys. That's even cool. Like every week's for the boys.
You gotta bring some of the mafia babes in too, man. Come on.
I know. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely. Like they're always listen. I mean, we had Chris and Kimmick, the Bills Mafia
man.
babes. You know,
Heck yeah.
President Kelfer. She's there's Don and there's Donesses. Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't want to be politically correct here. I don't know. Whatever. Butch Rolle. Final thoughts.
Listen, my final thoughts. I want to go off what Scotty was talking about, man. Scotty's a class act guy, stand up guy, and like I said, it was a great honor being a teammate. And if you've never played in the league before, guys don't understand. That's a fraternity, guys. So it's like in college you have fraternity, but a football team.
Psi Delta Omega.
That locker room we had was a fraternity, and
I stole your thunder. Like what the fuck, Brian? I was in the zone. Or he just lost reception again.
He lost reception.
Oh my God!
Well, let me just go right with what he's going to say.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there with him, and it's been 30-something years since I left the team, and when we get back together, play a little golf, do something, guys I haven't seen for 20-something years, it was like we just walked away from each other 15, 20 minutes ago. It's right back to it, and it really is quite a bond that you make when you're out there battling, trying to win games. Spend all the time you do in the locker room together, preparing, and socially very, very tight, going out, hanging with each other. You really get close, and you don't hardly realize it till again you haven't seen anybody. Teammate perhaps for a long time. It's just right back, and you're talking like it was yesterday. It's an amazing thing. It kind of just slips up on you, and I was a very lucky man to experience it.
Oh, I can't wait to hang out with you guys with no microphones attached to my body. Hey, I promise we are not recording, Butch.
Listen, Scotty,
yes,
All right,
sir.
so we still lost Butch, huh?
No, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
No,
We're
Scotty,
back on? Okay.
Scotty's right, man. Listen, it's like when you see these guys you haven't seen, it's such a great feeling come to you, and it's like seeing your big brother, that you haven't seen in a while, and it's like all the memories come back, and just that bond of that warmness in your heart just goes, just comes back. You almost want to shed tears because you remember these guys from like over 30 years ago, and you're in the locker room. You guys have been through battles and defeats and victories, and we done did a lot together, man. We shared a lot together, and it's just a bond that nobody cannot imagine or experience if you haven't done it. So it's good. Like I said, when I see Scotty, I go and see Jim up there. I talked to Jim the other day, and it was just good hearing his voice. We address each other as numbers. He called me number 87. I call him number 12, and it's just a bond, man. Just can't even fathom, and it's just a great feeling that'll never ever leave. I see you, Brian.
It's like, do you say like literally number 12 or hey, what up 12? Or is it, hey, what up number 12?
Number 12, yeah. What up 12? He does that to Andre.
All right, just for clarification.
Listen, that's going to be awesome. I love seeing those guys, and like I said, Jim's event every year is it's a heck of a time. Everybody's there. We're having fun. It's like a over-scale Caddyshack. Whoever that, I mean, Jimmy knows, right?
It's a ride.
I know it, right? It's fun, though, but all the guys are back, and dude, it's like the best time ever, man. It's just an awesome time. But no, I appreciate it, guys. The love that you show, Brian. You've been putting this show on, and I've been on a few times, and it's always a great time, man. Just talking to everybody and just getting information out there and just hearing. During the season, I know Brian gets a little upset when we had that loss. He's like, I don't want to do this show. Forget it. I don't care. I'm going to cut it short tonight. But it's a good time, man. Everybody appreciate it. I appreciate the love and the openness and everybody discussing what's going on, doing, week by week for the season and, the upcoming season coming. So we get excited every year, and that's what it's about. You got a great team, and the idea is, hey, we got to get past that sticking point. They need to put the pieces in places so we can get past that, because everybody else in the AFC is gearing up, man. They're like loading up. Look at the Jets trying to get Aaron Rodgers. Shit. Miami's over here talking shit. I don't want to hear that. I still say we are the best in the AFC East, and I'm going to go with that. I don't give a shit what everybody else. That's what it is.
Mic drop. How can we end the show anything better than that, bro? 100%. Guys, again, this tournament is going to be fun. Let's get our minds off football. Like what Jamie said in the lobby, the green screen room, when he's like, man, I just didn't want to talk about football. Well, we're not talking about football. We're talking about life. We're talking about just being a Bills fan. Buffalo Bills is more than football, folks. And this is right here. This show is what it's all about. And I want to appreciate, I want to appreciate, it doesn't make fucking sense. I appreciate all you guys, all you gentlemen for hopping on, telling your story, talking to us. I can't wait to arm wrestle you guys when you come down to South Florida. All right. Let's come. Have you seen these? I got second place against Farmers in Western New York last week. I'm ready to go. So no, Butch, we'll keep going. We'll get this tournament awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be epic.
Yes, it's gonna be nice, guys. Everybody who's listening, sign up, guys. Don't wait till the last minute thinking that you have time to do it, because once those teams, the lanes are filled, we're done. You can't come bowl. So please.
Well, I mean, you come hang out. You can't just bowl with us.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're gonna be bowling, going losers, while getting a gutter ball.
I want to make it a Bills party. That's the bottom line.
Bills party, the first annual Bills Mafia Butch Rolle Foundation, first annual Bills Mafia bowling bonanza in South Florida. Go to the ButchRolleFoundation.org right now. It's going to fill up. Thank you, guys. Everybody here that's listening, including Scott Norwood that's still on the phone, do not go anywhere. Do not hang up. Okay? We're going to talk when we go off air. Tampa Neal, bring us home.
All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think we got to set up a thing to, if you get a gutter ball, you got to do a shot.
Yes. I like that.
No,
I'm not sponsoring that.
Because you would go broke.
I feel like there's a lot of really drunk people.
All right, that was Tampa Neal. Thank you, Tampa Neal. Bye.
I love it.
All right, well, you can always catch us.
No, he is no longer part of the show. That was cute, though.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Tampa Neal, there he is. I forgot he has admin rights. Tampa Neal, please take us home.
Well, Walter says he's going to do Rumpelman shots. Well, Walter, get your lane. We'll see.
Let's go. Get your lane right now. Walter, Orlando Backers, chapter president. You need to come down end of April. Support the cause, brother.
He's another big supporter. Let's go, Walter. Harry Buffalo, right? Yes. Come on.
We got Jimmy. Jimmy's going. Jimmy's going to be down there. Sean's going to be playing, whether he likes to believe it or not. Scott Norwood's going to be there. Butch Rolle's going to be there.
Absolutely.
Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme are the fucking judges. You better come.
Sylvester Stallone.
We're actually going to call him like a fire alarm at Sean's work.
Like we're instead of calling it the Expendables like 5, it's going to be like the Bills Legends. Well, I don't know. Just let me think about this one for the next show. All right. Tampa Neal, bring us home, bro.
You can catch us right here. We're going to be doing some different days this summer, checking them out, seeing how we can gather more of our audience together. So check us out, Built in Buffalo. Thursdays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or a date to be announced. Next week, we're going to have John Fina on, so make sure you come check us out for that. It'll be a lot of fun.
Fina.
You can pull us up wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. The live version is always on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. Pull us up, like us, hit the subscribe button, share it to your friends, aunts, uncles, neighbors. Don't tell your attorneys.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Tampa Neal. Guys, thank you all. Can't wait to see you guys at the end of this. I keep saying this month. April 29th, Saturday, down in South Florida. Can't wait to see you guys. Bills Mafia, we love all y'all. We'll see you next Thursday. Like Tampa Neal said, John Fina, another former Bills player. We've got a full lineup all summer long. We're going to have C.B. Johnson coming on. We're going to have some other guys coming on, Bills players. Maybe Daryl Talley. I don't know. Let's
not there.
Sean, Butch,
come on,
Scott,
John.
Come on, guys.
You got links with Daryl too. Let's go.
Come on, guys. Let's roll.
He said, hey, Daryl will have some stories for your ass. But
Folks, that's gonna be epic.
yeah.
That's gonna be epic.
I don't know if you
He'll
might
keep
want, you
you
might
up.
not want him on it. So
Guys, we love every one of y'all. This is Breaking Tables. We hate to say goodbye. We love saying hello.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Until next time. Go Bills. Love you guys.
Say hello.
Let's go, Buffalo. Where we